Good morning, everyone. Today's my topic is writing style in Shakespeare and Chaucer. Next, Geoffrey Chaucer was born in 1340 and died in 1400, and he was English poet and author, and he also known as the father of English literature. And Geoffrey Chaucer was also a philosopher and astronomer. Next slide. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, born in 26 April 1564 and died in 23rd April 1660. William Shakespeare is known as the father of English drama, and he was an English playwright, poet, and actor, and he also regarded as the Bard of Avon. Next slide. Historical background. Chaucer was lived in the Middle Age between 1343 to 1400, and his work were composed between 1374. And while William Shakespeare lived between 1564 to 1660, so 20 years after Chaucer. And most of his Shakespeare's plays and poetry were written between 1589 to 1630. William Shakespeare and Chaucer both lived in England and both spoke English language. Next slide. Chaucer's use of repetition. In the work of Chaucer uses repetition in a didactic way as opposed to the conventional decorative way. And in this style of repetition is highly appropriate in a work such as Canterbury Tales. He also known as very well known as Canterbury Tales. And in Canterbury Tales, the idea that start in general prologue are continued later in their respective tales. And Chaucer repeats the word penitence, the penitence words in the prison's tale in 640 times. Next slide. Shakespeare's use of repetition. In contrast to Chaucer, Shakespeare uses repetition very purely for style. In his tragedy Macbeth, while witches are striding cauldron, he repeats the line double, double, toil and trouble. So it emphasizes their intent and criticizes them as a malicious. Later in the play Macbeth, he uses repetition again to describe the similar instance of grim and spooky situations. In that instant, he used repetition to set the mood, which sharply contrasts the way Chaucer uses the technique. Next slide. Chaucer's use of sources. So Chaucer used his source from the classical Greek and Roman literature, and from the Boccaccio's Il Filostrato. Chaucer used source for his epic poem Troilus and Cressida, and from his epic poem Shakespeare used source for his play Troilus and Cressida. Next slide. Yes, Shakespeare's use of sources. Similarly to Chaucer, Shakespeare uses classical and Greek Roman literature, and Shakespeare also uses such words because they were taught in grammar school of Shakespearean time. And incorporated to source into his work by combining the history of the classical literature with the modern style, and ultimately working around the iambic pentameters. Next slide. Chaucer's use of imagery. Chaucer leaves the interpretation of imagery up to his audience, and in contrast to the Shakespeare, Chaucer does not provide the reader with detail to reconstruct scenes. And in his The Night Tales, he used imagery where symbolic significance of the subject. Next slide. Shakespeare's use of imagery. So most of Shakespeare's imagery is focused on the common object that appears in everyday life. Like Chaucer, Shakespeare uses descriptions of object peoples of the time would recognize, although Shakespeare provided more details. And in contrast to Shakespeare, Chaucer's primarily visual imagery, Shakespeare uses a lot of kinetic imagery of his descriptions. Next slide. Chaucer's use of figurative language. Chaucer's use of figurative language and devices is consistent with other 14th century writers, And in Chaucer's Troilus and Cressida, Chaucer provides an illusion of realism that leads to forgetfulness of his characters. Next slide. Shakespeare's use of figurative language. Shakespeare uses his languages to expand his characters and compare them their action to the natural events. And Shakespeare employs a variation of this technique in his play, therefore making use of figurative language to create a humor and to depict villainy and low life. And Shakespeare made metaphors to nature quite often, which point to this knowledge of nature. Next slide. So these are the references of my content. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bhavyang, for sharing my screen.
Yeah, okay, now you can stop sharing the screen. And it was good. This presentation also was good, and the other presentations also you made are very good. And your performance in classroom also is very good, more than 90% you have got. So very few are around 90, yes? 80, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 4, 5 students are there. So you are at the top in your performance in Google Classroom, and even in all the presentations also. You have displayed hard work also. Okay, so keep on doing the work, this excellent work in the subsequent semesters also. Okay, questions to be asked in the chat.